welcome back. We are entering the next phase of our series around products and items and things that I'm taking with me into 2026, and this one is going to be skincare edition. And that's all we're going to talk about today. So we're going to talk about skincare. We're going to first talk about our face in particular. So I'm going to reorganize this a little bit, and we're going to talk about like our facial products. I want to start with cleansing because I think that is the thing that matters a ton. But I'm going to start with masks. So the two masks that, also, hi, welcome back. It's Dr. AKA EDU_curlz here, also known as Nia. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I jumped right in today, and clearly my brain is off. All right, let's get back to the video. Okay, so these are the Fenty face masks. This is the Cherry Dub face mask, and I'm almost out of this, but I don't know if I'll replace this, or if I want to try the newer one that they just dropped. It's like slushy or something, but it's the same like concept and idea. This is really, really great. It smells so good, but this has worked more so for me to like moisturize my skin. And it is more around like brightening my skin, which I think it has done a beautiful job at. The second one is the Cookies and Clean. This I will like keep forever. It's the detox face mask that they make, that Fenty makes, and I absolutely love it. It is hands down like the HG mask of like cleansing my hair or cleansing my skin. I do have a few of those like wet masks that I'll use occasionally, but for the most part, I'm really just using that. The other thing that I'll mention in this video that I use a lot for both hair or skin and body is aloe vera gel. So at night, actually, I will use aloe vera gel under my eyes. I will use it as all of the bases of like being able to put in like cooling or where my skin is irritated, etc. And this has no like color dyes or anything in it, which is what I really, really like about this aloe vera gel. Next is the Grace and Stella Energizing Eye Masks. They are actually gold in color, and so they look like this. They're just eye patches, and I really like them to brighten under my eyes. They are packed with sea moss, hyaluronic acid, and amino acids. And really what I spend a lot of time with this is like, I don't want to look tired, and they help me look really refreshed under the eye. And so that is how I use this. So I typically use the masks, all of those things in a mask phase first. Aloe vera is maybe the only thing that I can use on a day-to-day basis, not really on a mask phase, but those really, really work well. Next, we have our Total Cleanser from Fenty, and then our Cherry Dub Face Scrub from Fenty. These two are the two that I like flip-flop between when cleaning my face in particular. I use these mainly in the shower. That's why they're definitely out. I need to refresh them. But they're really, really, really great. This is more moisturizing in feel on my face, and this is more of like a daily cleansing face scrub. They're both gentle enough to where I could use them every day, but I flip-flop between them just based on what my skin really needs at the time. Once I have cleansed, I will say that there are some things that I use to just like detoxify my skin, and so I'll talk about those. The first is the facial mist witch hazel with cucumber. The Thayers, I use this after a workout when I just need to like dry up the oils or things on my face. I'll also use it at night before I go to bed to just get me like a clean slate after washing my face or before washing my face. This smells really good with the cucumber and has worked really, really well for me. The next is the Trader Joe's face and body wipes with cucumber and citrus. This is what I use to remove makeup on my face a lot of the time. After I have used my Melt Off by Fenty, which is really just a jelly oil makeup melting cleanser. And it's really just oil. And it loosens up all the makeup and dirt from your face so that you're able to like get it all off. And then last is the salicylic acid. This is what I use at night, and I put it mainly in my T-zone to help with my pores and the blackheads, and that is, like, this is really, really, really great as a base. I don't use it every day. I'll use it, like, every 2 to 3 days, but that is my salicylic acid, and it's by The Ordinary, which is one of my favorite brands for skincare stuff. Okay, now we'll go into the more like moisturizing ends of things. As you can probably notice, I'm a Fenty girl down when it comes to skincare. I'm also that way with makeup. And so I really, really like the fat water, both the regular and the milky fat water. Both work really, really well for me, but I actually like to concoct them. So I will put this fat water on first, and then I will put on the milky. And that is just what my skin needs to remain moisturized really, really well. And so that's how I use both of these fat waters. After I do that, I will go on with my hyaluronic acid plus B5 that I get from The Ordinary. And this is so moisturizing. It's one of my favorite parts of my skin routine. And when I started using the hyaluronic acid, that's really when I started seeing a major difference in the glow of my skin when I started that a few years ago after getting my first facial. And this is a newer piece of my routine, but I also use the caffeine solution plus EGCG from The Ordinary as my last layer after the hyaluronic acid. And then at night in particular, I use the retinol 0.5 in squalane on my skin. My skin is very sensitive around my eyes. And so the retinol is one that I don't use a ton of. And I use it every 2 days because I can get irritated around my eyes. If it gets in my eye, like if I'm on my pillow and I rub my face and I rub into an eye type of thing, I will wake up and my eye will be swollen. And that's really just because of like how it goes in there. But this has to be used, and then you need a heavy cream, which I will say is my moisturizer. I don't use a bunch of extra creams, but I will use the Fenty Hydrovisor Moisturizer, which is what this is, and I love her so much. This is like a really great moisturizer if you've never tried her. And then the last is the Flash Nap, which is an instant revival eye cream from Fenty. I actually probably won't replace this because I feel like the caffeine solution from The Ordinary works really, really well for me. And I don't know that like this is a necessary step in my routine, but it was something I bought at a point, and so I'm using it up. And so that is really it when it comes to all of my like face skincare stuff. As you can tell, a Fenty girl down. I am more of the routine is what matters for me with these things. So I am pretty avid about keeping my 2 to 3 day cycle around my salicylic acid and my retinol. Really good about face masking at least once a week. Using my eye masks sometimes twice a week, but mainly once a week. Being really, really clear about how I do those things because that matters so much to me. The thing that I have not been as consistent about, but is a tool that I do really like, is my jade roller. And this is really just like to help with lymphatic drainage, but I really, really like both of these products a lot as well, or tools a lot, and I will continue to use them in my routine. I just need to get better at like integrating them on a schedule and when I use them, because I really only use them when I remember. But this is a really, really helpful tool because one of the things I'm working on is like the drainage from my face and making sure like my lymphatic system is depuffied, and if that's a word, depuffed, less puffy. And that matters a ton to me. So that's really it, y'all. That's everything in my skincare when it comes to like my face. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share with friends, and thank you so much for being present and engaging in this video. Feel free to leave comments if there's other content you want to see, especially around skincare in 2026, because I have a pretty decent skincare routine. You know, you can see like skin is glowy, right? So yeah, as always, I love the engagement, and if there are things you want to see, just let me know. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.